Hello folks, and welcome to Monaco. We're early. We thought we'd bring you 5 extra minutes with Charles Leclerc. Charles, hello. How are you? How are you enjoying this weekend at home?
Well, it's very nice to be at home, first of all, but very, very busy. Today has been probably the busiest day since I'm a Formula 1 driver. I mean, from 9 to now, non-stop, 15 minutes to eat at midday, so a pit stop basically, and then go again. One
question I will ask, in fact I think I asked it about 8 times in our little video that we did for YouTube on the walk-in the other day. These streets are the streets you grew up on. How was practice driving a Formula 1 car around here finally?
Yeah, I mean it was good. We expected a difficult weekend, and it's quite a difficult weekend at the moment. We are struggling a little bit with the car, but it is very closer than we expected, so the potential is there, and the potential to do quite a lot better is there, because if we win 2 tenths, I think it's already like P12 instead of P17, so it's all to play still. I still have to improve in quite a bit of areas on the track, so I'm pretty sure that if we do the job like we should do, Q2 is maybe doable again, which is exciting at home.
How good does that feel for everybody at the team? Because it's been 2 really tough years for Zauber. So to be thinking consistently about Q2...
Be careful at my car.
Easy, yeah, I'll be very careful of your car. Do you want me to get out of the way? So to be consistently thinking about Q2, to be scoring points regularly, is this a surprise? And what's that done for the morale down here at the team?
Well, it definitely is a surprise for all of us, especially Barcelona has been a big surprise. In Baku we expect it to be strong, in Montreal we expect to be strong, but Barcelona and here are two tracks that are not very good for our car, so if we go again in Q2 here, it will be again quite a big surprise that it was in Barcelona.
How much of that's down to the car, how much of it's down to you?
I don't know. I hate saying anything positive about me, so I will say it's the car.
Okay, we'll say positive things about you instead. Now, let's clear one thing up. Charles Leclerc, Charles Leclerc.
I've had this question so many times.
I know.
Depends. I mean, there's like a polemic around that from the people saying Charles Leclerc or Charles Leclerc. I like both, it's fine, but the Monegasque way to say it is Charles Leclerc.
Charles Leclerc.
Yeah, exactly. The R you need to train a little bit still, but yeah, you're getting there.
Did you ever watch a program called Hello Hello when you were younger?
I have never. I probably was not born.
Probably not. Are you aware that there's a character in it called Leclerc?
And he says it is I Leclerc on Twitter. Right. I always look what the fan says, but there's always 1 or 2 that is putting the GIF with "Hello Hello, it is I Leclerc." So yeah, it's quite funny, but I've never watched it. I should watch it. Actually.
Good classic British comedy. Watch it. It's very good. Right, some questions from fans. Samarat Dash, your first home race, does that give you pressure or does it give you an unfair advantage?
Unfair advantage, I don't think so, but because at the end I think we are 9 on the grid to live here in Monaco, so many drivers know Monaco. I know the city very well, but not the track that well, because at the end I've only done the Grand Prix once, which was last year, the first time in Formula 2, so that doesn't give me an advantage. What was the other option?
It was pressure or unfair advantage.
Oh no, and the pressure, to be honest, I don't really feel it. My only goal and target for this weekend is to do the best job possible in the car, and that's it. Then we'll see if the result is good.
Now, anybody that was watching the one we did with this with Marcus will know the answer to this. What car do you drive on a normal day?
Which car am I driving on a normal day? The Stelvio Quadrifoglio.
Right.
Alfa Romeo sent it to me.
You drive a Stelvio here. Where do you find parking in Monaco for a Stelvio?
It is difficult. Actually, my uncle has created a bike company, so I'm also using the bike also quite a bit now.
That makes sense.
But yeah, the Stelvio is my daily car.
Okay, this is a great question. It's a big question. Do you feel you're ready to drive for Ferrari next year? That's from Don Salamanca.
Do I feel I'm ready?
Yes.
Always a tricky question, this is, because when I was back in Formula 2, everyone was asking me if I was ready for Formula 1, but until you really did your first race into Formula 1, you can't really know how ready you are for it. I guess it's a little bit the same for Ferrari, but the thing that is for sure is that it's my dream to be there one day. I've always been watching very closely the red car, and yeah, I will work very, very hard for it, and to be as ready as possible if one day I get the opportunity to drive for this amazing team.
Who's your hero?
Ayrton Senna.
Yeah?
Yeah. Only guy that I've really admire in my entire career, even though I have never raced for him. But yeah, I mean, I have huge respect for all the drivers here in Formula One, but my only hero was Ayrton Senna.
See, this is the amazing thing, because surely Ayrton died before you were born.
Yeah.
So did you grow up watching old footage of him race? How did you first become aware of Ayrton Senna?
My father was a huge fan of Ayrton, so yeah, he spoke to me a lot about it when I started racing, and the way he was never happy with how he was driving, even though he was like already incredible. And yeah, it's just a person that inspired me a lot. Then I watched a movie, I read some books about him, and yeah, just the whole person has I had a lot of admiration for him, even though I've never got to see him in reality.
And you're wearing your father's helmet this weekend. It's 30 years since he raced F3 here, finished top 10. Is that a good omen?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, my father has done absolutely everything for me to arrive here. Yeah, unfortunately, he's not here anymore to see where I arrived. But yeah, I mean, I remember last year, before I actually signed for him for here, I told him I had signed for in Formula One to make him happy. We knew the end was nearer. And I'm very happy to have managed to do that, and that now I'm in Monaco racing in Formula One, and that he can see that from up there.
I didn't know that. That's choked me up a bit, man. Okay, right. Questions. Which restaurant to visit when you're in Monaco?
There are lots. There are lots of them, but Stars and Bars. I mean, if you like cars, there are lots of racing things there, and it's pretty nice.
Cool. That's his favourite type of ice cream is vanilla. We've got a few more questions coming in here. We've already done favourite restaurants, of course. Do you think Formula One should have more street tracks or more purpose-built tracks?
More street tracks.
Is that because you're good on street tracks?
Probably because I feel at ease on street tracks, yes. But yeah, I think for a driver, it's just a challenge that every driver's like. And I mean, once you do a qualifying lap in Monaco, you can really understand how much adrenaline goes into the lap, and how much you enjoy driving in between the walls. So yeah, street tracks is something that I really like, and yeah. Something in big cities, Miami I think is talked about at the moment, which I think will be an amazing idea. So yeah, street tracks is something I really like.
Okay. How many languages can you speak?
That's the question I wanted to ask you actually just before, because you were speaking French, English?
Yeah, and French.
And French? Well, that's three. French,
yeah, obviously French and English. Basically those two.
Yeah. French, English, Italian. I understand Spanish, but I can't speak it.
Okay, well, Italian, that was another question. How's your Italian? You know you've got to be ready, somebody say.
Yeah, I mean, I think I speak more or less the same English, French and Italian. Italian, I've done most of my childhood in Italy, because all the racing tracks and all the racing teams are from Italy. Monaco, okay, we speak French. And yeah, in English, that's the language we speak for interviews. So I'm getting used to it.
What music do you listen to before a race? I think that's a good question.
I'm not listening any music. So
really?
That's a little bit boring, but I'm basically listening what Marcus is listening, because
oh no, he's got terrible taste in music.
Yeah. No. But our rooms are very close in the hospitality.
Right.
So when we do the warm up, he's putting the music, and so I'm listening to his music. So you basically should ask the question to Marcus.
Do you ever sing when you're in the car to yourself?
In the racing car?
Yeah. Like get in a rhythm, sing a song.
No. I'll think about it. Maybe I will do next time.
Please don't, because then if something happens, no. You need to focus. How much do you need focus here around this track during a Grand Prix? 70 odd, however many laps.
Well, you need a lot of focus, because obviously as soon as you lose it, the walls are pretty close, so it's not like you can go straight and then rejoin the track a little bit later. So you definitely need to be fully on it all the time.
Right, I've been forgetting to. What's the scariest thing about driving an F1 car? Or is there anything scary? Is it just a joy?
Yeah, actually, I have absolutely no fear in the race car, and I think the day I will start to feel fear racing, then I will probably stop racing. There are moments trickier than others when you are in a straight with heavy rain and that you can't see anything. This is tricky, but the sense of fear, I never really feel it. But obviously, it's just more tricky.
This is something I asked. I think I've asked every driver that we've done one of these with, because it's something that fascinates me. We hear you guys talking about getting in the zone when everything almost seems otherworldly, almost slow. Like, what does that feel like? How do you get to that place? Are you even conscious that you've arrived at that place? Just to be so in that moment, at one with the car.
Well, for me it's difficult to explain. First of all, there's a lot of preparation before going into the car to really focus 200%, and there are some special methods that I use that I've learned while being younger with Formula Medicine first, and then with the Ferrari Drivers Academy that is doing mental coaching, and this helps you to have a very particular mental state when you are going into the car, where you can really dedicate all your energy or all your mental energy to one thing, which is driving, because it requires a lot of concentration, especially on tracks like this. So it's very important to get that right. But difficult to explain how to get into that. But a bit of respiration thing, a little bit of imaging, it's a bit of everything. And then after years, you are quite used to get to this mental state, and you know how to get it.
Because for you guys to be able to react before us mere mortals would have only ever... I mean, we would just be realising the car was starting to step out, and you've already corrected it and moved beyond that. Are those reactions so fast because you are in that zone? Is that how it works? I have no idea.
I think there's also the adrenaline of it, which once you are in the car, obviously, if you see something happen, you react a lot quicker. I mean, if I'm watching a race on TV, I will probably react a lot less quick than what I will do in the car, because you are the first guy in the car, and you need to react to something that is happening in front of you. But we also train reflexes since I'm probably 10 years old, so this is also something that you can train.
I know we're 30 years on from when Senna set that amazing pole position here in Monaco, and he said he almost sort of had an out-of-body experience. He was so at one with the car and the track, and almost saw himself drive, and he had to bring the car in afterwards because he had to stop because he freaked himself out. Have you ever got to that place?
No, to be honest, I will not have the pretension to say that I got to that place. I mean, he was an incredible driver. But I mean, obviously you really need to be in control of your car and knows where exactly you put the wheels, and he was definitely the best at it here. So I'll let you know if I get to that place, but I don't think I will.
John Peterson, do you give your cars a name?
Nope.
Okay. Alain Claude, do you get nervous before a race?
Not really. I mean, you can feel a little bit the tension, but again, there are things that I've been working since I am 10 years old with Formula Medicine, and again, after with the Ferrari Drivers Academy, that helps you to release all the tensions and to just focus on driving. And this is a little bit the mental state that I was saying before, to be able to take out all the pressure and to really focus on what you really need to do and what is really important in the car. I think that when you stress, you are wasting energy for nothing. In my opinion, I don't really see the point of stressing, which is maybe strange for some people, but at the end, it doesn't help anything. It just puts you in a worse place.
Okay, right. So, a guy called Sam is sending me all of these, right? Okay. So if you don't like this, blame Sam.
Okay.
Yes, Sam. Right, Victor says, was shooting the Harry Potter movies exhausting?
Actually, there's a lot of people telling me that I'm looking like Daniel Radcliffe. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'm really looking... Do I look like him?
Do we have some round glasses anywhere? Can we get some round glasses? No? No, Jason.
No, Harry Potter was not.
No, he didn't wear sunglasses.
But yeah,
Take that as a compliment, I guess.
yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was a huge fan of Harry Potter, so yeah,
Okay.
it's good to know that.
Would you have liked to play Quidditch?
Yeah, that would.
I
be
can
cool.
imagine F1 drivers playing Quidditch would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that will definitely be cool.
All right, cool. Who will be the best driver in the next generation? Says Jeffrey. Max, Esteban, you, someone else.
To pick one is difficult. I think there are some others that are coming from the junior categories that are very strong drivers. Lando Norris, George Russell, Alexander Albon. I think that I rate very high also.
I'm glad you said that because everyone's focusing on all of the guys who've got an F1 association, and Alexander doesn't, and he's doing a great job, I think. Albon.
Yeah, but I mean, I've always rated very high Alex. I mean, he have had a very unlucky year last year, but I mean, yeah, I think he's probably one of the best, if not the best, in Formula 2 at the moment. So yeah, I'm very happy he's doing well at the moment. So, I mean, not today, unfortunately, but to pick one of the three other mentioned, I mean,
You can pick yourself, you know.
No, I will never pick myself. But,
You said that earlier.
I think, yeah, it's a multitude of factors. You can't really know who is going to be the best until we all arrive in a big team and see how you handle the pressure. I think this is very important for any driver. So hopefully I'll be able to answer that in some years.
So in English, what are your objectives for your home race?
Difficult to say for now, but one thing is for sure is that in qualification it will be very important to be the highest up on the grid because it's a very difficult track to overtake. Our race pace is amazing again, but yeah, as I was saying, the most important here is qualifying, so we'll focus on that. And I will push Max to have some points during the race.
Awesome stuff. Thank you so much. I know it's a hectic
problems.
weekend for you, so I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Again.